was in the Rat and the Pot, a foreigner corner club in Aldrin, talking to my fellow rats when I first saw the woman. Now, Breton women are fairly common in the Rat and the Pot. As a breed, they seem inclined to wander far from their perches in High Rock. Old Breton women, however, are not so migratory, and the whitened old biddy drew attention to herself, wandering about the room, talking to everyone. Nimlith and Odiad were at their usual places, drinking their usual stuff. Odiad was showing off a prize he had picked up in some illicit manner, a colossal diamond, large as a baby's hand and clear as spring water. I was admiring it when I heard the creaking of old bones behind me. "Good day to you, friends," said the old woman. "My name is Abel Triddit, and I'm in need of financial assistance to facilitate my transportation to Aldredania." "You'll want to see the temple for charity," said Nimlith curtly. "I am not looking for charity," said Abel. "I'm looking to barter services." "Don't make me sick, old woman," laughed Odiad. "Did you say your name was Abel Triddit?" I asked. "Are you related to Abel Triddit, the High Rock alchemist?" "Closely related," she said with a cackle. "We are the same person." "That's funny. Perhaps I could prepare you a potion in exchange for gold. I notice that you have in your possession a very fine diamond. The magical qualities of diamonds are boundless." "Sorry, old woman, I ain't giving it up for magic. It was trouble enough stealing this one," said Odiad. "I've got a fence who'll trade it for gold." "But your fence will demand a certain percentage, will he not? What if I could give you a potion of invisibility in exchange? In return for that diamond, you could have the means to steal many more. A very fair exchange of services, I would say." "It would be, but I have no gold to give you," said Odiad. "I'll take what remains of the diamond after I've made the potion," said Abel. "If you took it to the Mages Guild, you'd have to supply all the other ingredients and pay for it as well. But I learned my craft in the wild, where no potion makers existed to dissolve diamonds into dust, when you must do it all by hand, by simple skill. You are blessed with remnants those fool potion makers at the guild simply swallow up." "That sounds all very nice," said Nimlith, "but how do we know your potion is going to work? If you make one potion, take the rest of Odiad's diamond, and leave, we won't know until you've gone whether the potion works or not." "Ah, trust is so rare these days," sighed Abel. "I suppose I could make 2 potions for you, and there'd still be a little bit of the diamond left for me." bags full of herbs and minerals to make certain that she was not making two different potions. It took nearly an hour of preparation, but she kindly allowed me to finish her half-filled flagon of wine while I watched her work. Splintering the diamond and powdering the pieces required the bulk of the time. Over and over again she waved her gnarled hands over the gem, intoning ancient enchantments, breaking the facets of the stone into smaller and smaller pieces. Separately, she made paste of minced bittergreen, crushed red bulbs of Delarco's Bay, and driblets of Siciliani oil. I finished the wine. "Old woman," I finally said with a sigh, "how much longer is this going to take?" "I'm getting tired of watching you work. The Mages Guild has fooled the populace into thinking alchemy is a science," she said. "But if you're tired, rest your eyes." My eyes closed, seemingly of their own volition, but there had been something in that wine, something that made me do what she asked. "I think I'll make up the potion as cakes. It's much more potent that way. Now tell me, young man, what will your friends do once I give them the potion?" "Mug you in the street afterwards to retrieve the rest of the diamond," I said simply. I didn't want to tell the truth, but there it was. I thought so, but I wanted to be certain. "You may open your eyes now." I opened my eyes. Abel had made a small presentation on a wooden platter, 2 small cakes, and a silver cutting knife. "Pick up the cakes and bring them to the table," said Abel, "and don't say anything except to agree with whatever I say." I did as I was told. It was a curious sensation. I didn't really mind being her puppet. Of course, in retrospect, I resent it, but it seemed perfectly natural at the time to obey without question. Abel handed the cakes to Odiad, and I dutifully verified that both cakes were made the same way. She suggested that he cut one of the cakes in half, and she would take one piece and he'd take the other, just so he would know they worked and weren't poisoned. Odiad thought it was a good idea and used Abel's knife to cut the cake. Abel took the piece on the left and popped it into her mouth. Odiad took the piece on the right and swallowed it more cautiously. Abel and all the bags she was carrying vanished from sight almost instantly. Nothing happened to Odiad. "Why did it work for the witch and not for me?" cried Odiad. "Because the diamond dust was only on the left-hand side of the blade," said the old alchemist through me. I felt her control lessening as the distance grew, and she hurried invisibly down the dark Aldrin Street, away from the rat in the pot. We never found Abel Trident or the diamond. Whether she completed her pilgrimage to Aldredania is anyone's guess. The cakes had no effect except to give Odiad a bad case of droops that lasted for nearly a week. Wow, Abel was nice. She knew that they were gonna lie and mug her afterwards. Actually, let me read. Were they gonna kill her? I don't remember. Okay, so they weren't gonna kill her, just mug her. So maybe that's why she was a bit lenient with her punishment. She was not a murderer. Okay, that was a neat story. I liked it. She's both intelligent and clever. Don't really know if that's any different, but let's see. We'll need to find one that we can come I keep? Oh. That one's Lost Legends. Let's see, the Darkness. Darkness by Anonymous. How long is this one? This one's not that long. I think we can read that one. Let's do Dragon Investigation current status. Yeah, this one we can. I think this one I got from a Talmor quest. First, the subject is I thought it was if you wish to audit I placed the prisoner's goggles to count the strands for your convenience through the third. Okay. It's a little note that helped me figure out how to get out. We could do the Dalmor Dossier Delphine. I think this one too. I'm kind of just unintelligibly whispering like random notes, not stories, so then it doesn't really matter if you understand what I'm reading or not. But the stories I feel like are interesting enough to like, it's better to whisper read than unintelligibly read, you know? Because I think the stories have been pretty cool or interesting so far. At least funny. Some have been funny. Funny and or informative. So, status with the conscription, Jarl of adult history, background, rigorous interdiction to the first war against the empire, but he was taken as president to the cabinet with the white gold. Under dictator letter, the potato, some of the goes some most was made a political starter. His interconnected screw with the capture of the palace and the after the war called because sculptures and bones the gardens was particularly for the point of view of history all the country all personal loans direct money but the tricks to describe but the solutions become but in the transitions to begin stories proceeds and its gardens so that we should reveal hands off the incident not to be made obvious that the chance of the charmed or note the constant direction of the dominant against the screen is also the continuation of the moral motivation that so that the dropped songs out of the dots and the strong stuff that can be managed. Okay. Was that Ulfric Stormcloak, I think, yeah. Could also do could do small note, mysterious note. I think we could also do cultist orders. Oh yeah, Alabasandria is what I named my Skyrim. Dark Elf. Yeah, we made a Dark Elf. So I don't think I've made a Dark. I have a Khajiit and Breton in Elder Scrolls Online. So yeah, first Dark Elf. At our time choosing between Dark Elf or Wood Elf. Let's see, invitation to Ellen's. Let's do invitation to Ellen's reception. sorcerers, only for very brief periods, within the most fragile and tenuous frameworks of command and binding. This fortunately limits their capacity for mischief, though in only a few minutes, most of these servants can do terrible harm to their summoners, as well as their enemies. Worshippers may bind other Daedric servants to this plane through rituals and pacts. Such arrangements result in the Daedric servant remaining on this plane indefinitely, or at least until their bodily manifestations on this plane are destroyed, precipitating their supernatural essences back to oblivion. Whenever Daedra are encountered at Daedric ruins or in tombs, they are almost invariably long-term visitors to our plane. Likewise, lesser entities bound by their Daedra lords into weapons and armor may be summoned for brief periods or may persist indefinitely, so long as they are not destroyed and banished. The class of bound weapons and bound armors summoned by temple followers and conjurers are examples of short-term bindings. Daedric artifacts like Maroon's razor and the mask of Clavicus Vial are examples of long-term bindings. The Tribunal Temple of Morrowind has incorporated the veneration of Daedra as lesser spirits subservient to the immortal Almsivi, the triune godhead of Almalexia. Oh, I remember this from Elder Scrolls. The triune godhead of Almalexia, Sothasel, and Vivek City. And I remember Almalexia and Sothasel. It's nice to see intertwining lore in my playthrough of Skyrim and in my playthrough of SO. These subordinate Daedra are divided into the good Daedra and the bad Daedra. The good Daedra have willingly submitted to the authority of Almsivi. The bad Daedra are rebels who defy Almsivi, treacherous kin who are more often adversaries than allies. The good Daedra are Bothea, Azura, and Mephala. The Hunger is a powerful and violent lesser Daedra associated with Bothea, father of plots, a sinuous, long-limbed, long-tailed creature with a beast-skulled head, noted for its paralyzing touch and its ability to disintegrate weapons and armor. The Winged Twilight is a messenger of Azura, goddess of dusk and dawn. Winged Twilights resemble the feral harpies of the West, though the feminine aspects of the Winged Twilights are more ravishing, and their long, sharp, hooked tails are immeasurably more deadly. Spider Daedra are the servants of Mephala, taking the form of spider humanoid centaurs with a naked upper head, torso, and arms of human proportions, mounted on the 8 legs and armored carapace of a giant spider. Oh, that sounds so creepy. Unfortunately, those Daedra are so fierce and irrational that they cannot be trusted to heed the commands of the spinner. As a consequence, few sorcerers are willing to either summon or bind such creatures in Morrowind. The bad Daedra are Maroon's Dagon, Malakath, Sheogorath, I think, and Moloch Bal. 3 lesser Daedra are associated with Maroon's Dagon: the agile and pesky Scamp. Oh, I know the Scamps. I've fought some in SO. The ferocious and beast-like Clanfear, and the noble and deadly Dremora. The crocodile-headed servant of Molokbal, while the giant but dim-witted Ogrim is a servant of Malakath. Sheogorath's lesser Daedra, the Golden Saint, a half-clothed human female in appearance, is highly resistant to magic and a dangerous spellcaster. Another type of Lessa Daedra often encountered in Morrowind is the Atronach, or Elemental Daedra. Atronachs have no binding kinship or alignments with the Daedra Lords, serving one realm or another at whim, shifting sides according to seduction, compulsion, or opportunity. just wanted to try some Skyrim readings for some